Hi everybody, welcome to Yoga with Letty. Today's practice is going to be a grounding practice. We'll begin with the feet up, working through the fascia in the feet, and then work up our bodies, allowing you to establish a little bit of stability and feeling rooted down to the earth below you. So meet me on your mat. Let's start seated. I have a blanket, so grab a blanket, put this on pause, and get you a stiff blanket if you have one, and maybe 2 blocks. I have 2 big thick books that I'm using. And then go ahead and cross your feet at the ankles, roll your inner thighs back. Sits bones widen, and I sit up tall on my sits bones on the edge of my blanket. My hands are on my thighs. Note softly close the eyes. Begin to tune in with your breath, with your body. As you inhale, you lengthen a little bit, sides of the body lift, crown lifts, heart open. As you exhale, feel rooted onto that blanket, the mat. Already beginning to feel a little bit more secure, a little bit more stable, rooted, grounded. As we breathe here for about 3-4 more breaths, imagine roots going down into the ground below you. Vines, roots growing down, they're anchoring you. They're making you feel safe, secure in your container, in your body. And as you inhale, keep rooting down as you get a little bit taller. Shoulder blades come together behind you, heart lifts. And then softly open the eyes. Inhale the arms up to the sky. We're going to interlace the hands behind our head, right at the nape of our neck. And we're going to lengthen through the back of our neck, back of our spine. So I'm actually lifting myself up a little bit taller, making more room in my neck. And then I'll look up, let the elbows float up to the ceiling as I keep lengthening, drawing my heart forward, spine long. Take 2 more breaths here. Plug the head of the arm bone, your humerus bone, into your shoulder socket. As we exhale, we'll apply gentle pressure as we fold in, tuck the chin and roll into a little ball. Light pressure on the back of the head. And 2 more, just like that. Hold for about 2-3 breaths. Lengthen the back of your neck, heart opening. Expand elbows facing up towards the ceiling as much as you can. Exhale. Tuck round, apply gentle pressure on the back of the head. Last one, inhale, lengthen, squeeze. Your next exhale, you draw down, you tuck. And then come on up. Reach your right hand down beside you. Inhale, left arm. I'm going to press the ground away and I'm going to stretch laterally as much as I can, reaching through the fingertips, through the side of the body. Maybe the bottom arm is going to bend a little bit. I'll continue to stretch through the side body. Now I'm going to drop that hand to the outside of my knee. Inhale, opposite arm. Stretch laterally to the opposite side. Same thing. Plug in head of the arm bone into your shoulder socket. Keep rooting down and lengthening through the sides of the body. Relax the neck, the jaw. Now I cross that arm towards my opposite thigh and I roll down. Both arms are in a cross shape and then I come up and I arch. Exhale. Inhale up. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And then we'll unwind, reach long again. This time drop your left hand to the mat. Inhale, lengthen through the fingertips and begin to lean laterally to the side, stretching through the sides of the body, the rib cage. Find more breath, more length. Exhale, drop that hand to the edge of your thigh. Inhale, opposite arm, reach up and over. Root the pelvis down as you continue to reach up. And then cross to the opposite thigh, knee, round, tuck the chin. Inhale, and as much as space allows you, reach up a little bit of arch and round and arch. Keep the breath flowing fluidly. Last one. And then unwind. Go ahead and come onto all fours. Grab your blanket if you're using it to cushion the knees. I'm going to unroll my blanket. And then we're going to come into a Virasana pose, but we're going to have our toes tucked. We're going to sit up on our heels. We're stretching through the fascia in the feet. So stay with me here. And I'm going to rock a little bit left, right, and draw my belly in, spine is long. If this is too much on the feet, go ahead and flatten out, come to the top of your feet. But we're trying to stretch through the feet, the arches, the top of the feet, your ankles. So stay here with me and breathe for 2 more breaths. And then we're going to reach towards child's pose, keeping the toes tucked. Reach forward as far as you can. I'm on my fingertips. My bottom lifts, maybe forehead drops on the mat. And then I'm going to inhale back to center. And then go ahead and drop your right hand beside you. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. And we're going to take it forward. Maybe lift the bottom, make a big circle up and around and back down. Opposite side, lift, reach, reach. Working through the hips. Maybe the hips stay planted, or maybe you're reaching up each time. Let's do this 2 more rounds. Reach and reach. And come on back down. And then just breathe. Feel how that feels. Rooting through your feet, through your legs. Go ahead and come to the top of our feet. Sit up tall. Take your right hand and bring it underneath your knee. With your left hand, reach down towards the mat, maybe towards your blocks, and lift that knee. We're stretching through the front of the foot. Maybe it only lifts 1/2 inch, couple inches. Breathe here. Feel that deep stretch. And slowly lower. Reach your right hand down, maybe on your fingertips, maybe on the block, and slide your hand underneath your left knee. Sit up tall, and then come on, lift. And one side may be a little different. I'm tighter on this side. I'm pressing the ground away, lifting my heart. And all the way down, and reach behind you, lift the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Maybe you walk back, maybe you pop up the knees, maybe just 1/2 inch, an inch, maybe not at all. And go ahead and come all the way down. Reach forward into your tabletop. Arch as you inhale. Exhale to look back down. Coming forward and up, arching, pressing the ground away. Exhale, tuck the chin, roll back. And then this time we're going to let the hips drop. So I'm going to walk the knees a little bit further apart. And I'm going to let the hips drop all the way to the right. and then come up. Now all the way to the left and come up. One more on each side. Just take your time. See what it feels like in your body. And then back to that tabletop. Tuck your toes again. Sit back into your down dog with heels up. Your child's pose. Take a few grounding breaths here. Feeling secure. Notice what's touching the mat. Press down through the fingertips, the forehead, knees, toes. Sink down. And then we'll go ahead and press back up. Go ahead and remove your blanket. Keep it nearby. And back into that tabletop. We'll hover the knees just an inch or so from the ground. Press the ground away. Arch your back. Reach with the hips up into downward facing dog. Maybe walk your feet a little bit wider. Tailbone lifts. Arms push the mat away as you stretch. Maybe start to straighten the legs. Push the mat away. Lifting the tailbone, letting the heart drop. And then again, come into that hovering tabletop. Abs draw in, neck is long. And you lead with the hips to come back into your down dog. And we'll do this 2 more times. Roll, knees drop, pushing the mat away. And then reaching with my hips up to come back into my dog. Last time, roll. And then I'll find stillness in my downward facing dog. With your next inhale, draw the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, stay up high, round the back, push the mat away. Inhale, lift. Bend the knee, stack right hip over left. Keep your shoulders square. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up. Stack the hip, bend the knee, push the ground away. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Last time, reach up. Bend the knee. Stack right hip over left. Straighten the leg, and this time as we exhale, knee to nose, keep exhaling, reach up, lift up, step your right foot forward. And then let that back leg drop, inner thigh rolling down first. Inhale, Anjayanasana. Stacking shoulder over hip, knee over ankle as I hug to midline. And I'm going to roll my shoulders back. Find cactus arms, lift my chest, my heart. Then I'm going to reach forward. Like I'm reaching towards something. Exhale, roll back. Heart forward, shoulder blades melting together. One more time, reach forward. Exhale back. And this time reach straight up. With your next exhale, you'll touch the ground, hands frame your foot. Inhale, right arm up to the sky, back leg lifts. Reach a little bit taller, lift the sides of my body. Inhale, top arm over the ear, keep lifting through the waist. Roll the back of the head back. And then I want to turn all 10 toes facing to the right. I'm going to drop the hips, let that hand float down, reach back up. Maybe you just come halfway down, maybe all the way down. Last one. With my next exhale, I'll turn back to the front of the mat. I'll step that leg up and back in a 3-legged dog. And then I'll spread the toes of my right foot, bring the big toe and second toe behind my Achilles tendon, and I'll gently make a little clamp behind that. Gently draw my heel towards the mat. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Keep pressing the mat away, letting the heart drop. Stretch through the calf, the hamstring. Heart drops, heel drawing towards the mat. And unwind, feet are flat again. Let's come to the second side. Inhale, left leg straight up to the sky. Exhale as you draw knee to nose. Push with the fingertips. Inhale, lift. Bend the knee, stack left hip over right. Take a breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Reach up tall behind you. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Press the ground evenly. Shoulders stay square. Straighten the leg. Exhale. Last time. This time as you exhale, come all the way forward. Keep lifting with the sides of the body. Step forward. Drop your back knee. Inner thigh hits the ground before the knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Come on up and again, establish your foundation. Settle in, root down to lift up. With your next exhale, cactus the arms, lift the heart. Roll forward, reach. Exhale, curl, cactus the arms, heart lifting. Reach. Last one. And inhale, arms back up to the sky. Exhale, hands to frame your foot. Left arm lifts, back leg lifts, big reach. Stretch through the fingertips, get a little bit brighter, a little bit taller. Reach your arm up and over your head. Lengthen through the sides of the body. As I exhale, I'll drop the hips, drop the hands. All 10 toes are facing the left. Last time, press and down. If this is too hard, you're not going to come all the way down. Now I'm going to turn back to the front of the mat. With my next inhale, draw that leg up and back, three-legged dog. Reach up tall, spread the toes of my leg on top. Make a little clamp again, big toe and second toe behind my Achilles tendon. Gently draw my heel down. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Stay for a few breaths. Feel nice stretch, beginning in the calf muscle, working up the hamstring, maybe all the way to the glute. Root down to rise up. And then unwind the feet. Move your blanket out of the way. If you're using it, come to downward facing dog. Again, we're going to come to that tabletop. Hover the knees. We're going to drop the knees. Maybe walk them back a little bit. Hug upper arms to rib cage. Neck stays long. I'm going to drop my chest, my chin. Roll onto the tops of my feet. Inhale, cobra. Hug upper arms to rib cage. Lift up, squeeze. Exhale, 2 more. Exhale all the way down. And with your next inhale, you're going to lift the hips, push the ground away, press back through your downward facing dog. Take a few breaths, pedal the feet, wag your tail. And then find stability, find stillness. Fingers spreading widely, pressing the mat away. This time as we inhale, the right leg up long behind us. We'll exhale, step between the hands. Root down to come up. Crescent lunge. Settle into the shape. Keep the back heel lifted. Stack your shoulders over your hip. Let your heart lift. Then I'm going to straighten the front leg. Bring the arms into a T shape. And I'm going to roll forward. Keep the back heel lifted. Come halfway down and halfway up. All the way back. Bend your front knee again. Roll back into the cactus arms. Straighten the front leg. Arms in a T. Come halfway. Work with the core. Work with stabilizing the pose. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Straighten the leg. Arms in a T. Last time. Keep the back heel lifted if you can. Find your blocks or the mat. Let's come into our hamstring. We're going to lengthen just like we've been doing. Keep the back heel lifted for a little bit more sensation. If it's too much, you can drop it. Find your blocks, the ground. Bow your chest to your thigh. We'll be here about 5-6 breaths. Relax the neck. Draw chest to thigh. Keep drawing your right hip crease back as your left hip comes forward, squaring the hips, stretching through the hamstring. With our next inhale, we'll go ahead and come back up. Find that flat back, arms in the T, lengthen through the spine, back to crescent. And with your next exhale, drop the hands to frame your foot, step back, three-legged dog, big reach, roll forward into your plank, drop the leg or float it, your choice, squeeze to midline, chaturanga, up dog, and or cobra, drag your heart forward, roll back to downward facing dog, take 2 breaths. Second side, lift left leg up long, look forward. Exhale as you step between the hands. Inhale to high crescent. Again, settle into the pose. Find stability. Exhale, curl back, heart opening. Inhale up. Now straighten the leg, arms in that T, keeping the back heel lifted. We're going to come halfway, fold, inhale up, bend the front knee, curl back, straighten, and roll halfway. Work on your stability. Core is turned on, breath is fluid. Inhale up, bend, curl, open the heart. And one more time, straighten, reach through the fingertips, arms in that T. Begin to come halfway down, pause, back heel is lifted if that feels okay. And then go ahead and drop your hands onto your blocks, your mat. Bow. Drawing left hip crease back as my right hip comes forward, trying to square my hips, drawing my chest to my thighs, and staying here for about 4 more breaths. With our next inhale, we're going to go ahead and come halfway, really stabilize with the legs, go wider if it feels wobbly, reach out long. Inhale the rest of the way up, bend your front knee, crescent. Roll back, open the heart, reach. Exhale, touch down. And then step that leg up and back, three-legged dog. Roll forward into your plank, float the leg or drop to the knees, chaturanga. Up dog and or a cobra. Press back into a child's pose. Rest here for a few breaths. And slowly press back through your tabletop. Tuck the toes, roll back to your down dog. We'll inhale the left leg up this time, big long reach. Exhale, knee to nose. Pause, push the ground away, round through the back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step between the hands. High crescent. Settle into the pose, pause, breathe. Now go ahead and dial the back heel down. We're in Vera 1. Reach up tall. And again, we're going to interlace the hands at the nape of our neck. Stretch through the front of my body, bend my front knee, lengthen through the back of my neck like we did earlier, and I'm going to find more length as I curl back, curl back. Release the hands right where they are. Exhale, let's find Vera 2. My left knee is tracking towards the pinky edge of my foot. Shoulders are relaxed. Maybe you're looking over at your left fingertips. And then reach your left hand across the body and fold it in, stretch. And then come out into star pose. We're reaching all 4 directions. Just reach out long. And find goddess pose. Heels in, toes out. We're going to take our index finger and thumb together. Knees open towards the back of your foot. Thighs strong, chest relaxed. And then you're going to give yourself a big hug. Reach for your shoulder blades, tuck your chin, soften the knees, bring the toes to face forward, roll down, give yourself a big hug. Since we can't hug each other, then do it for yourself. Feel that affection. We're expanding this time, our shoulder blades coming apart. And you're relaxing the neck, the chest. And then softly come back up to center. Find that goddess pose again. And then we'll turn towards the back of our mat. Exhale down, find a vinyasa. Meet me in downward facing dog, pressing the ground away, letting the heart drop. Let's do the second side. Right leg lifts up tall behind me. Kneecap looks straight down. As I exhale, I draw knee to nose, pushing the ground away. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Keep exhaling, step between the hands. Stabilize the pose, root down to rise up. High crescent. Take a breath here. Curl it back, heart opening. Inhale up. Dial the back heel down. Find Vera 1. If it didn't quite make it, just move your feet to find it. And then again, arms at the nape of my neck. This time I'm doing reverse namaste, lengthening through the back of my neck, letting the fingertips face down, squeezing to midline, trying to lengthen my cervical spine, my neck up, and then release the hands right where they are. Exhale, find Viratu. We're on the right side this time. Settle into the posture, knees tracking towards pinky, and I'm rooting through my back heel, spreading through the toes. Try not to let this thigh drop. Maybe looking over my right fingertips, shoulders relaxed. One more breath. Exhale, reverse your warrior up and back. Back to Viratu. And then we're gonna squeeze the arm in. Stretch. And we'll turn everything into star pose. One more time, go big. And find goddess, heels in, toes out, hands at your heart this time. Drawing the thighs back, so really turn on the glutes, send the knees back, tailbone drops, heart stays proud and strong. And we're gonna pulse here for 2 and 3. 2 more. And come on back up. Straighten the legs. Both feet face forward. A big reach, stretch, and then give yourself a hug. Reach for your shoulder blades. Tuck the chin. Soften the knees. Fold forward. Rock a little bit. Feel the weight of your hands on your shoulders. Relax your jaw. And then go ahead and drop the hands straight down. We're going to inhale, lengthen, crown of the head long. Exhale, fold. And we'll turn everything back to the front of our mat. We'll go through a vinyasa, your choice. Meet in a child's pose. And softly press back. Tabletop. Hover the knees. Down dog. Moving on. Inhale, left leg up behind us. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step between your hands right into Vira 1. Back heel dials down. Go wider. If you didn't quite make it there the first time, you could move the back leg, lift the heart. Open out into that Vira 2. Root through the back heel. Recruit your left glute to turn on. Maybe looking over your fingertips. Up and back, reverse your warrior. And then let's find a side angle pose this time. Hand on your block, your thigh, maybe the ground, your choice. Dial your right hip back. Send your chest forward. Inhale, arm up to the sky. I'm going to send my arm all the way to the front of the room, front of my mat. Keep turning the chest forward. Reach through the fingertips. Back of the head presses back. And then inhale all the way back to my warrior 2. And then I'm going to come into archer. Bend the back knee in like I'm pulling on a bow. Reach forward and back. Reach forward with the left hand, pull back with the right, bend the knee. Back to warrior 2. Back to archer, pull, reach, elbow reaches straight back. And back to warrior 2. Up and back, reverse. And then let everything flow back to the front of your mat. Go through a vinyasa or feel free to skip it at any time. Make it your own. Meet me in downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. In through the mouth, out the mouth, in through the nose, out the mouth. Shake it out, let it go. Settle in. And let's start with the second side. Right leg lifts up, leg straight up behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, step right into Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, reach up, look up. Shoulders relax. Spread through the toes, root down to rise up. Next exhale, we'll open into our Vira 2. Bend the front knee and let the front knee track towards the pinky edge and root through your back heel, reach long. Maybe you look over your fingertips, maybe your gaze stays forward. Up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale to side angle pose. Hand on your thigh, a book. Left hip draws back, chest stays forward. And I'm going to inhale my arm towards the front of my mat. Keep turning the chest. Recruit the glute. Next, inhale, up and back, reverse your warrior. And back to warrior 2. Settle in, find the posture, find the stability. Exhale to archer. My front leg straightens, my back leg bends, and like I'm shooting an arrow, I reach back. And back to Vira 2. Back to archer. Press, reach. Back to Vira 2. And then pivot everything back to the front of our mat. Hands touch down. Step back. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog and or cobra. Down dog. And then go ahead and roll into your plank. Maybe drop the knees, hug upper arms to rib cage. Slowly lower all the way onto your stomachs. Let go of the effort. And we're going to go ahead and go a little bit wider. Do some undulating cobras. Tops of my feet are pressing down. My kneecaps lift when I do that, activating my quad. Inhale to lengthen, reach up. Exhale to roll down. Arms can be a little wider, a little bit further forward. Inhale, lengthen, roll, exhale. One more. And all the way back. Hands underneath your shoulders again. Tuck the toes, press back. Child's pose. And softly, slowly roll back through center. Tuck the toes, push back down dog. And this time as we tilt the tailbone up, we look up. We step, jump, float. Find the front. Exhale, land in an Uttanasana. Inhale up on fingertips, spine long. Reach tailbone back, crown of the head forward. Ardha Uttanasana, and fold forward again. One more time, reach up. Exhale. Your next inhale draws you all the way back up. Hands up to the sky, gaze follows. Draw your hands to your heart, Samastihiti. And close the eyes. Pause. Again, feeling what's touching the ground, feel rooted. Spreading your toes, you might walk your feet a little bit further apart. Root down through the big toe pad. Heels, all four corners of each foot. And from there, begin to come up the legs, engage the quads, lift the kneecaps, heart. And softly bring the eyes open. Find a chair pose. I'm going to leave my feet a few inches apart. Find chair, relaxing my shoulders as I lift my toes, drive the weight towards my heels. Exhale, hands to heart. Go a little bit lower. Tailbone down, heart stays lifted. And then reach forward. Pop up the heels. Come a little bit lower. Make sure your knees are happy. All the way back up. Hands to our heart. Pause. And one more time. Find a chair. Sit into your chair. Draw your heart forward. Relax the shoulders. Feel the weight coming to the heels. Hands to the heart. Maybe go a little bit lower. Pop up the heels. Come all the way to sitting on your heels. Hands to my heart. If this does not work for the knees, come to Malasana. Grab a block sitting on that. And then we'll go ahead and drop our hands down. Gently fold into Uttanasana. Make it a deep Uttanasana. Maybe knees are bending. Inhale halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. And then with your next inhale, heel toe the feet to the edges of the mat until you can get your heels down. Find Malasana. My upper arms are on my inner thighs. My heart is lifting. And then I'm going to go ahead and reach forward. Begin to drop down onto my bottom. It's not as far as you think. Find boat pose. Lifting up through the toes, heart. Stay for 2 more breaths. Exhale, soles of the feet together, lift up to fold forward. And I'm going to rock a little bit, maybe butterfly the legs. One more time. Let's find boat pose, a little bit of core. Reach for the back of your thighs, stabilize here, draw your chest forward, abs drawing in. Maybe you let go. Reach towards the front of your mat. Stay for 4 more breaths. All the way down. Reach up, come down. And then go ahead and bring your feet flat on the mat. Slowly roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Come all the way on the mat, feet on the ground, hips, shoulders shoulders, back of the head. Again, pause again. Notice what's touching the ground. Root down. Feel secure, grounded, safe. And we'll reach our left leg up to the sky, straighten the leg, interlace the hands behind the calf, the thigh. Maybe you reach for your big toe with your right hand, maybe just for your ankle. I'm going to bring my left arm into a cactus shape, root down my left shoulder blade, and then I'm going to start to bring that leg to the right in a twist. Root my left shoulder blade back down, it lifted up, press my chest down, reach through my fingertips. Big stretch here to the IT band. You can let go of the toe if that's not serving you. Maybe use a strap. And if I want a little quad stretch on top of that, I'll reach for my foot, where is it? And reach. But for me, I want to stretch through the shoulder, so I'm going to keep the left shoulder grounding down and press the back of the head down. And then come on back up. Hug both knees in, hands on my kneecaps as I do some Apanasana, reaching long and exhaling. And then I'm going to the opposite direction. Dropping both feet down again. And then I'll inhale, right leg up, long stretch, straighten the leg as much as possible, draw the hip crease back towards the front of my mat, stretch through the hamstring, and then with my left fingertips I'll grab my right toes. You can also grab your ankle, use a strap if you have one handy. Right arm down, press my right shoulder blade on the mat. I'm going to press my left thigh down, and I'm going to start to cross the body, coming into my IT band. All the way down. Whoops. Roll the right shoulder blade back down. And then again, if you want, you can bend the bottom leg, reach for the top of the foot if you want to add the quad stretch. That's going to lift you up a little bit. So if you're working more on the lateral lines and the right shoulder blade, stay here or take that quad stretch. Relax into the pose. Let's stay 2 more breaths. And then come on back up. Again, hug the knees in, do a few more Apanasana, up, back, and around. And then we'll go ahead and cross our right ankle over our left thigh for reclined half pigeon. Interlace the hands behind your left thigh or beneath the kneecap for a little bit deeper stretch. You pick. Flex through both feet. Open your right knee to the front of your mat by gently drawing that right hip forward. And I'm going to gently press my left thigh forward. And I'm going to stay here for a few breaths. You can always keep this left foot down on the mat. Try to relax the shoulders back down. And then go ahead and release, switch sides. Left flex foot, ankle over the right thigh. Take your bind, flex through both feet. Let the shoulder blades come together, still relaxing the shoulders. Gently open the left knee towards the front of your mat. Right thigh drawing forward. Breathe. Pause. And gently unwind, hug in. Let the soles of your feet come together, reach for the underside, bottom, and then let the knees come apart, shoulders relaxed. And then we'll go ahead and release into Shavasana. Any last minute wiggles or stretches you want right now, do that, and then come laying flat on your back again. I'm going to use my blanket for a little bit more grounded, feel a little more grounded. Put it on my thighs, palms up, and then let go. In these first few breaths of Shavasana, feel what's touching the ground. My heels are heavy. My calves, back of my thighs, heavy. Let go. Notice any tension. Let go. Hips. My waist, heavy. Hands, wrists, forearms, heavy on the mat. Upper arms, middle back. Shoulders, neck, heavy. Back of the head. Ears, eyes, heavy. Relax completely. Softly and slowly begin to bring awareness to your breath, to your body. Begin to find some small, gentle movements. Wiggle fingers and toes. Roll your head from one side to the other. And then reach your arms up and over your head, a big stretch from fingertips to toe tips. Reach long. With your next exhale, bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze and offer of gratitude for showing up, doing the work, staying grounded in our bodies. And then roll over to the right side. Use your bottom arm as a pillow. Stay in a cradled fetal position for a few breaths. And slowly, gently press back to your most comfortable seat. Once you've arrived, bring your hands up to heart center, pressing your thumbs to your sternum. Gaze is soft. Bow your head to your heart. May you lead with the heart and not your egos. Palms come up to our mouth, to our lips. May we use our words kindly and always with integrity and honesty. Palms come up to our third eye, center between our eyebrows, center for intuition, guidance, and knowledge. May you find these qualities and use them to do good and to help those with less. Hands gently on the ground. Bow to Mother Earth. May you always feel nurtured and supported. Namaste. Thanks everyone. Thanks for being here today, and I will do more of these. Please let me know any feedback and how the sound quality was, and we'll talk soon.